Oh, cue up the Law and Order theme. Panini's in a little bit of trouble, you two people. How the tables have quickly turned on the old Panini. This news came out on Thursday afternoon. Saw it over on the Let's Go feed. Collect also has an article up on it. And you know how Panini is going after Topps and Fanatics for an antitrust lawsuit? Well, not so fast, my friends. Wildcard, yes, Wildcard, Leaf's little brother. I don't, no actual relation, but that's how I think of them. Wildcard is going after Panini for the exact same thing. Now, the odd part about this is it dates back to all the way to 2021. But one of the key differences, and I watched a little IG live that Lesko did with the Sports Card Nonsense boys, there is a couple very specific things in this suit, allegedly. The two big ones are Wildcard claims that Panini threatened 4 major distributors, and immediately after the threat, like within days, those 4 distributors dropped Wildcard. They also did a very similar thing with manufacturers as well, where they threatened a manufacturer, and the manufacturer then told Wildcard within a day or two, we can't use you anymore, allegedly. Once again, we're just seeing Wildcard's side of it. We will see what happens on the back end, but do keep in mind, this is the second time Wildcard has sued Panini, and they were very successful the first time. I think they got like 20 or 25 million bucks from them in I think it was a copyright / trademark lawsuit over Stat Smashers. I think that it was. Lesko mentioned it in the IG reel. I think it was Stat Smashers, which was an old Wildcard trademark that Panini used, and then Wildcard sued them for it and won. Got 25 million cash. So they are used to getting checks from Panini for legal nonsense. And now the irony of them going after them for the same thing Panini is going after Fanatics for, though a little bit more vague. This one is hyper specific in regards to things that happened. I do find amusing this at the same time that the rumors of Panini potentially selling are. Let's pop over and look at a couple Lesko tweets that he had to kind of supplement this in regards to the Topps and Panini angle and all this. And I thought these two kind of really nailed it. I really like this one here. This is a complete oversimplification of an antitrust case, but what you need to win is to show the defendant had market power, which they did in 2021, and did something bad, which allegedly they got their little whispers in the ears of distributors and manufacturers. Wildcard's complaint alleges both, so I think it has a good chance of surviving the inevitable motion to dismiss. And then the tops of it all, the interplay between this case and the Panini versus Fanatics antitrust case is just fascinating 3D chess, because depending on what Panini alleged / does in the Fanatics case could bite it in the Wildcard case. So essentially, Panini went offensive against Topps and Fanatics, and then in the back door came Wildcard, and now they're kind of squeezed in the middle because of what they're trying to argue in the Topps and Panini case is almost against themselves in the Wildcard case, and you have to imagine that these things are going to get thrown into the other one. I have to imagine on a Thursday afternoon in a boardroom somewhere, Topps / mostly probably Fanatics folks probably went into the conference room mini fridge and maybe cracked a little something open and sent it around the table, because they probably kicked their feet up and had a good old laugh live reading Lesko's tweets or reading through the legal document on this one. I just don't see how these two cases are not going to impact each other, regardless of what happens with them. And like I said, over this all, you have the specter of a potential, once again, potential, whatever is going on with Panini bringing in Citigroup to potentially sell it off. And in the other odd angle in that is, in that article, and when they go to sell, Panini's pitch is going to be, look at what a great, wonderful company we are. Look at how much money we're bringing in. Look how much money you're going to bring in if you try to sell us. So they're going to be pitching that through Citigroup to whoever wants to buy them, while at the same time sitting in court telling the judge, the jury, that Topps and Fanatics has ruined our business. We're worthless now. We're destitute. What are we ever going to do? And at the same time as that, they're going to be saying, oh, no. Market power, working with distributors closely, signing exclusive deals with manufacturers, licenses, etc. No. There's nothing wrong with that. That's all fine. There's nothing to see here. That's what they're going to be saying in the courtroom in the Wildcard case. It almost feels like this weird version of the Spider-Man meme, all pointing at each other. This just feels like a mess for them. All the different angles. I don't see how all these various little irons they have in the fire, from pitching the sale and how they're the best company in the world, buy me, to, oh no, Topps and Fanatics is evil, we're poor now. Oh wait, but I thought you're worth a ton of money, that's why you're trying to sell for $4 billion. Versus, oh no, having complete market power is completely fine. Don't let Wildcard sue us. Like, spin the wheel there. Which one are you going to land on? And I think the net result is, and once again, no lawyer, no legal degree, no nothing, just an idiot with a microphone in a basement. I have a sneaking suspicion that none of this is going to work out quite well for Panini. They just seem like they are in the ultimate squeeze between these handful of things. And I don't know how anyone looks at it with any sense and goes, wait, what are you trying to do all simultaneously? And some of this they brought upon themselves. Some of this they did not. As always, curious for your thoughts and comments down below. We will keep an eye on this one over the next half decade because these cases take forever to play out. But any updates that come along with this, the other ones, and any other fun Let's Go tweets, we will bring them to you right here. Catch boys and girls on Sunday for the weekly market update. Peace.